Good afternoon. It is, well, the next day. Welcome to the Race to 100K, Ming versus Z. We are going to look at our positions and see how we did the day before. I haven't even opened my app at all. And have you looked at your positions?
Yeah, I've updated the website with my positions.
Oh.
My what do you call it? Like my portfolio amount?
Yeah.
I guess.
So you have the end of day value.
Yes, I do. You can go in and check it. But why don't we talk about you first?
Okay. So I haven't looked at all, and I'm going to open Robinhood. So I went to bed at about midnight last night, and right before.
And how was it looking before you went to bed, Lindsay?
At that moment, I was at about $1,800. So I had gone from 2,500 to 1,800. It had dipped into 1,700 and then was right at 1,800 when I went to bed. Let's open and see, what I'm at. Oh, pleasant surprise. I am, well, I'll take that screenshot, but I am at $2,444.02.
Wow.
So, I was really scared that I was going to open this up and I would be at like $1,500. So right before going to bed, I set up some transactions to happen if the limit was reached. So I placed these limit orders to sell these options, and none of them were triggered. So I was certain that it didn't go up too much, but it went up enough for me to get back to where I was.
Wait, so you had some calls?
No, so I had some puts, and I was like, I want to sell these if I can. And so I just put in the price I was willing to sell them for, which was a pretty okay price. And all of them were not executed, which means, well, I thought I was setting them at reasonable prices, but obviously I was setting them too expensive for the market. Even though I got back to almost zero. So 0 loss, 0 gain yesterday.
That's
wow.
Great.
So tell me what happened with you.
So I lost quite a bit. I'm down. I think the website, Interactive Brokers, is not the most user-friendly. I'm at 2,337. So a little below you. And I didn't do anything, even though I said I was going to do a big move. But I didn't do anything, not because I didn't want to do anything, because Interactive Brokers was down last night.
Whoa.
It's weird. I tried to log in. It said the website was under maintenance. I then logged in through my app and placed a trade. But then I guess I set the limit price maybe a little bit too high. But minutes later, I opened up my app again, and the trade disappeared. Like it didn't exist. So it's weird. I don't know what happened yesterday, but I definitely placed the trade, and minutes later, it just vanished. And I definitely didn't sleep too well because I was like, it's quite worrying, right? Like if your brokerage account, if you cannot log into it and do trades, and if you have some time sensitive ones to make.
This has happened recently with a couple other apps as well. We saw that Robinhood was down several days when things were kind of going crazy. And then some other brokerages also were not allowing trades to go through. I was reading a Reddit post just recently where a guy lost like $25,000 this way, where it hit the limit of what the gain should be, and then the bank then needs to review it if he wants to sell, but they never did, and it expired that day. And so he was he was devastated, right? So let's hope that that's not the case. Maybe we need to buy some things a little bit further out and start setting our limit buy and sells earlier. So I did do one little trade. Very, very tiny, which is I bought a Carnival Cruise Lines call as I saw the market open so strong, and it's kind of crazy. It was up by, I think, 4% at that point. And so I bought a call with the $44 that I had in the account, $43. And then I almost immediately sold it, and I made $5.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, good.
That's it. That's the only thing I was able to do yesterday.
What went through your mind? So you bought it, and then like, how long did you hold it for?
Literally, I held it for 15 minutes, maybe less.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what expiry date on that?
So that basically I had to go with the only thing I could afford, which was for April 9th. Because
Oh my goodness.
yeah, I mean, this is day trading, right? It's like you
Yeah.
choose things really near positions, high volatility, and then see if it goes up or down. And so I saw the market was just kind of going up and up, and I said, let me see if I can get in on that. And basically set it to sell as soon as possible as well, and it crossed that threshold, and then it was sold. So
Nice.
I risked $40 to make five.
Congratulations on your first day trade.
Thank you.
I don't think I've done.
It was it was scary though, because I'm then down to like $2 left or something like that.
Yeah.
What did you think of just the market yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday was, I mean, it was nuts. When it opened, there's definitely this crazy bull rush. Everything was up by so much. And I definitely, I think that I've come to the conclusion that I'm just going to play both ways from now on. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what language to use, but I think the best thing is just be a slut and like buy both calls and puts.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so volatile right now. I'm actually really glad that my trade didn't go through yesterday, because it would have been,
What was your trade?
it was very expensive. Yeah. I mean, I was going to buy a put on space. I mean, a call on space.
Oh,
It had risen 10% in the first hour. I wanted to get in on that. And I'm glad I didn't, because it ended up down like 0.5%, from 10% up to down 0.5%. And thinking about moves going forward, like I'm not so sure what I'm going to do with my current puts. I may try to sell them, but I definitely want to stop thinking purely in terms of like just being a bear the whole time, and like trying to take advantage of the incredible sort of like up and down nature of the stock market right now. And I think we just don't know what's going to happen. So it's best to sort of like very much believe it's that in the long term, like stocks always go up. So when you buy puts, I think that you're trying to capitalize on a short-term blip when it goes down.
yeah.
And so there's just a lot of pressure on stocks to rise in the long run. And I guess it's easier to bet on the market going up than the market going down, for me at least. So that's what, again, I'm going to introduce some calls into my trades next. $200 left, so not a lot, but I'm going to try to use that to buy some calls.
I agree with you. In the long run, stocks go up, and that's been proven over quite a long period of time. But so the short term is that puts are great for when you have these big downturns and you have a strong belief that things are going down. And when I look at the market yesterday, I'm like, it's reacting to news that is very short-sighted. There's some positive news coming out, and then the market just reacts in an incredibly irrational way when actually we have a good couple of months road to recovery, but the stock market's acting like everything's already fine. And so really interesting to see how the perception of people swings it so rapidly one way or the other. And really what it is in the short term, it's a very emotional game. And in the long term, it's not. It's a value game. The only problem is, for the long term, you don't buy options. Like, you're not going to buy options and hold them for 5 years, which is what I intend to do with other stock. Options are all about the emotional short-term gains, and that's the game we're playing.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. And I just think, wow, like, I'm so glad that our, like, where we hold our sort of like long-term investments in different accounts from accounts that we use to play with these options. Because this is definitely, the behavior that it's fostering, trying to time the market like day by day and stuff. It could be very damaging to our like long-term portfolio if you apply the same strategy to it.
Yes, I completely agree. So what are you going to do tomorrow?
So fingers crossed, hoping that I can actually get into Interactive Brokers tonight or tomorrow. I'm gonna see what I can do with $200. I think I'm pretty covered in terms of my puts, and I think it's time to take a couple bets on the market rising astronomically in the next 2 or 3 days. I can definitely see that happening again, just because it's so unhinged right now in a way.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so much optimism. People want the market to go up. All the the publications, like they just give all the stories a positive spin, and people think everything's okay.
It doesn't hurt that there's a couple $1 trillion that is helping to buy a whole bunch of things in the market as well, just propping up businesses and people, and giving them some security so that they keep their money where it's at, or they buy the opportunity instead of hoarding it.
Yeah, I was actually thinking last night, actually, to be honest with you, I woke up at 3 a.m., bothered about this Interactive Brokers thing, that I couldn't get in. What if, everyone reads that, the Fed is releasing a stimulus bill of $2 trillion, but where exactly is that money going? And part of me just entertained this crazy fantasy that maybe they're giving it to huge investors to buy up stocks. I don't think they would, but what if that were the case? That's what's applying all the upward pressure on all the stocks.
It could very well be. Trump just fired the head of the oversight committee of the $2 trillion, so it could go anywhere.
Maybe they're giving these big investing big wigs really cheap loans to buy a ton of stock to keep it afloat, keep it up.
You take big hedge funds or PE firms and whatnot, they want to buy this dip right now, and if they can leverage, they should do it. In the long run, it makes total sense for them to put in billions of dollars into the market, because 2-3 years from now, paying back that loan is not going to be a problem. Right now, getting the loan is the problem, and now maybe they just can't. I wonder.
Yeah, you're probably right. So what are you going to do tonight?
I would like to sell some of what I have for the positions that I have for the 17th of April. I would like to exit them soon, so I'm going to place some limit orders on these to try to sell them. And then if they do sell, I'm not sure, but I'm going to identify a few companies that I think will have a lot of volatility and buy either puts or calls depending on the way I think they're going. I probably will not do the whole market like I have in the past. And what I mean is the SPY index or the ETFs. I will try to pick a couple companies I know better than just the entire market and see if I can time something well.
So you're going to try to free up some cash tonight, basically.
Yeah.
Nice. I think that's a good move. It's funny, instead of a race to 100K, it's almost like you and I, it's a cooperative relay. We're trying to egg each other on.
Yeah.
Watch the tone of these conversations change as soon as we're in the clear, right?
Once we're gaining some serious momentum, it'll just be what do you think you're going to do? I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah. I'll just give you the wrong information about what I'm going to do.
That's right. Okay, that is our show for the stock market day, the 7th of April. And we're going to start again this evening.
Thanks so much for watching today. And please remember to comment, or subscribe to follow what we're doing on this race to 100K.
Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.